Alright, I've had a few people since around December 2009 asking me to make a 50 facts video. Well, looks like you're finally going to get it because I've actually decided to not be lazy anymore and make one. I have all the 50 facts down in the description. You can follow me if you want, and it's also to prove that I actually made 50 facts. Here we go. My favourite series of all time is Pokemon, and by that, it is also my favourite game in the RPG genre. The first game I ever played was Flight Master 3000 on the Sega Mega Drive. My favourite gaming drink is Mountain Dew. Whose isn't? On that, my actual real favourite drink is Coca-Cola. I received the PS1 on the Christmas of '97, and my first game was Crash Bandicoot 2. I never owned a Game Boy Pocket. In fact, my first Nintendo system was Game Boy Color, yet I ironically had Pokemon Red and Blue as the first games on them. My first DS was actually pink. I collect Coke bottles that I think look awesome. I got 80% through Kingdom Hearts 2 before realising it was the worst game I ever played. Don't hate me! In 5th grade, my friend crushed this kid's head against the fence, and I got the blame. It was all over a game of Bullrush. I've lived in Sydney my entire life. I don't have any allergies or diseases. My doctor says that I have the best memory he's ever seen. I can even remember the weather on May 2nd, 1998. I hate Pepsi. My favourite meal to eat is lasagna, even though I have a Greek background. I use Windows, but I hate XP. I'm going to a multimedia and gaming college university next year. I have well over 1,700 Pokemon cards. I actually entered a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament back in 6th grade and won. I hate Call of Duty. I was called a man-whore back in 4th grade. I didn't even know what that was back then. I worked at KFC for 2.5 years, from July 2007 to December 2009. I share the same birthday as the Czech Republic's Independence Day, October 28th. I never really had an inspiration to make videos. I just got bored one day. The first video I ever watched on YouTube was a kid getting falconed by a soccer ball on the head. When I first got my Facebook account, I used to just tease everyone on there. My Twitter account was actually created on the very day I started doing Let's Plays, August 24th, 2009. I hope Final Fantasy XII burns in a fire with Final Fantasy X. I started using correct grammar on the internet back in 9th grade after a girl yelled at me for saying don't without an apostrophe. I'm still scared of her to this day. I completed the Pokédex all by myself in Pokemon Gold and Silver and Diamond and Pearl. I'm sick of McDonald's. I used to slap Ronald McDonald's face in an attempt to bring him to life as a child. I've never left Australia. In fact, I've barely even left my state, only going to Queensland for a 2-week holiday. I was the only person in preschool who actually ate the fruit they gave us, which was probably why I was called a Fruit Loop by my still existing preschool friends. My best friend once told me that you could catch a Mew under the boat back in Pokemon Red. Until 2 years ago, I used to believe him. I finished Crash Bandicoot Warped a total of 88 times. Yes, I counted. On that note, Crash Bandicoot is my favourite adventure game on the PlayStation console. I once found real gold and it was worth $3.25. I spent it on a Big Mac. I'm 6'2", I'm 6 foot and 2 inches, and I weigh 63 kilograms. I'm not fat, I'm actually quite thin. I wear reading glasses whilst playing video games on my Nintendo DS, as the glare gives me headaches. My favourite Pokemon is Umbreon. I once lost a friend because I said that Final Fantasy VII was better than Final Fantasy X, and I was angry, so I called the Xbox 360 crap. I haven't spoken to him since then, and that was 5 years ago. I own every single Pokemon RPG. I actually have 2 copies of Pokemon Leaf Green. I own 48 PS1 games, 124 PS2 games, 9 PS3 games, 5 DS games, 12 GameCube games, and 14 Wii games. I have a PSP, but barely play it at all. It's actually got a layer of dust on it. I found Super Mario Galaxy very repetitive, but I can't wait for Super Mario Galaxy 2. I once made an ice cream bomb and then threw it at a person's house I don't like. They still don't know who did it. Idiots. I play golf regularly, and my handicap is 25. This is fact 50. Ha! Anyway, that's 50 facts you probably didn't know about me because I've never really mentioned them. So I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time.